Okay, so Lisa, welcome to Everyone Has a Story, and we are here to hear your story. Can you just elaborate on who is Lisa Punkrprincess?
Lisa Punkrprincess. Let me see. I'm a wife. I'm a daughter. I'm a mother. I'm an auntie. I own and operate WHATEVER68radio.com and also pppromorecords.com. I also write for Punk Club magazine, and my article there is called Let's Talk Punk, but I'll talk to anyone. And I love helping the bands, and I love writing interviews. I love making compilations. I put out 2 free compilations every year, Making a Scene, and which you can find at pppromorecords.bandcamp.com. And I also put out Noise Party, which you can find at WHATEVER68radio.bandcamp.com, and they're all free.
Yes, and they're fun. Talking from experience here, being on, I think, one of the very first, I won't say very first ones, but at least one of them.
Yeah. I think you're on the second one too, actually. I think you're on a couple of them.
Yeah, we did. There was a run that we had with you guys.
Yeah.
And we were always appreciative of what you've done and how you supported the band and everything. It was
always.
I mean, you even bought a t-shirt.
I'm trying to take this off my chair. I did, yeah. No, I think you sent me one, didn't you?
Maybe I did send you one, yes, as a thank you.
Well, I just saw it the other day too, because I was thinking, where is my old timer shirt? And then I saw it finally. I'm like, oh, there it is.
When my new band did, when we finish with an album, I'll sing you some more songs and stuff over again.
Okay.
So
that'd be awesome.
Yeah, looking forward to sharing that with you again as well. I enjoy your sort of spirit that you have behind all these bands and stuff, and the fact that you go for the underdogs as well and support them and get them out there and things like that. So it's so great. And then the other question, I mean, thanks again also for Cammy for helping her out there.
Of course, yes. I just talked to her this morning. We're going to do interview in September.
She's a very awesome girl. So you guys, I think, will get on like a house on fire and chat a lot.
Awesome. Looking forward to it.
Yeah. She can share, particularly if it's asked her on the sort of like the African music scene. She's got quite a bit of knowledge on it. So
nice.
Yeah. And you were saying you work for Punk Club magazine. How did that come about?
Well, back in 2013, I believe, either 2012 or 2013, I interviewed Ginger Coyote. And while we were I interviewed her at the radio station, and while we were interviewing, she mentioned that she's always looking for contributors for the magazine. And I was like, oh, that's cool, because I used to write interviews for another internet radio station, and obviously I didn't do that anymore. So I didn't have a place to put my interviews at that point, and I was I had a little blog that I had built, and I was putting them on there, but it just wasn't working out for me. So I asked Ginger, can I contribute? And she said, of course. And here I am, many years later. And Ginger's like family now. Me and Ginger are really good friends, and like I said, she's my family, and I got her ass always.
But Punk Club has such a significant footprint in the punk world, and what she's done, what you guys have contributed to the punking is like so valuable, and it's so amazing. I mean, it's really
actually we're celebrating next month the 43rd anniversary of Punk Club, which is pretty cool.
Yes.
43 years she's been doing it.
It's amazing, and it's amazing there's still so much support behind it and everything. I mean, it really has got a good footprint in the world.
Yes.
I mean,
a lot of people like it.
Yeah, I mean, you talk to most people I talk to, and you say that they pay attention. They say, yo.
Yeah.
Now with your radio station, you actually don't just play punk, like let's get off this now, because I know some people might think, well, okay, so you're into punk, you're supporting the punk band, so you only play punk. But that's not the truth.
Everything. We'll help any band. It doesn't matter what you play. If you play alternative, if you play metal, if you play rap, hip hop, whatever, we're here for you.
Yes. And
send us your music.
There we go. And where, now we say send your music, but where can they send the music to? What?
They can send the music to WE68radio@gmail.com.
Okay. And also, where can I find you on the internet and things like that? Just type in Google or whatever. Hey.
Yeah, you could Google us. Just Google whatever 68 Radio, and all the station links and all the apps and all that come up. And if you Google the record label, PP Promo Records, it probably will take you to Bandcamp. And yeah, our comps. I forgot to say did I say where we could get the comps at?
No.
Okay, Making a Scene compilation you could get at pppromorecords.bandcamp.com. Noise Party you could get at whatever68radio.bandcamp.com. If you want to go to the station, you could go to whatever68radio.com or whatever68.com. And you could also Google us to get on the apps. We have Radio Forest app, TuneIn app, and there's a couple of other ones, but those are, I use Radio Forest. I like Radio Forest the best. So that's the one that I use if I need one. But you could also, our site is mobile friendly, so you could also just go there from your mobile phone.
Okay, that's awesome. And I know you said these compilations are for free, but can people contribute to you towards your business and stuff like that?
I really, if they want, but it's not necessary. I don't have like any kind of PayPal donation or nothing like that. Okay. So what I ask, if people want to donate or give anything to the station, I just ask that you go maybe help one of the bands and buy a shirt from them, or maybe also if you want to go to our Bandcamp and instead of taking the free album, you could donate that way so we could buy more downloads for Bandcamp, because we always run out of our free ones. So that way we can buy more downloads through Bandcamp. So anything that's donated to our Bandcamp, like if somebody buys music instead of taking it for free, it just stays in my PayPal until I need to buy downloads and stuff like that. Then I use it for that.
Okay.
Or if the station needs something, if I need, if I'm doing a show and I want to buy the band's munchies, might use it for that. But most of the time it goes to the free downloads, because I don't want anybody to go to get a free album and they try to download my album and it says, oh, sorry, there's no more downloads for them left or something like that. So I keep it higher than the normal. That way there's no... See, what happened one time, this is why I do this. Okay, one time when I released one of my very first compilations, somebody went and used all my free downloads. It happened really fast. Sure. And so they purposely did that. So ever since then, I did what Bandcamp advises, and I did, to ask for their email and that sort of thing. So now when I do that and people donate, I just put it towards free downloads.
Okay.
So everybody can get free music.
Yes. And you got quite a great team that's with you as well, hey? On what?
I have an awesome team. Can I give a shout out to all of them real quick? Let me start off with DJ Nomad, who is my one of my best friends and my assistant. And I couldn't really do this without him, because DJ Nomad is the one that sets up all the new DJs that come to the station. Okay. So he'll help you set up your broadcaster and your microphone, and if you want to record your show, all that kind of stuff DJ Nomad will help with. And he also does random radio shows, which is awesome. If I tell him, hey, I need some music, sometimes he'll go on and rock the music. So things like that. He's pretty awesome. And then we have on Sundays, at 12 p.m. Pacific, we have the Sunday Matinee Show with DJ Mo. Mo is also in a band called Explosion Theory, and he also does reviews for the station. So if you want a review, you can just send your music to the station at WE68radio@gmail.com and put in the context that you want a review from DJ Mo, and I'll forward it over to him. Okay. So Yeah, DJ Mo's awesome. He's been with me since pretty much the beginning, 2013, and I love that guy. And he's out of New York. And then we also have, I'm gonna go by the days. So on Mondays we have DJ Spike Polite, who most of you know him. His band is Sewage, and they're also from New York. And DJ Spike's been a really good friend of mine for many, many years. And he used to DJ at venues around New York. And obviously with COVID, he can't do that right now, so he decided he's gonna come and DJ with us. Thank you, Spike. And then we have, on Tuesdays, we have me. I do interviews on Tuesdays and Thursdays, most Tuesdays and Thursdays, I do interviews. And then on Wednesdays, oh, let me go back. I'm so sorry. I forgot. We have a new DJ. She's only been on like less than a month, and she's very, very, very good friend of mine. And Jill Noya on Facebook. Everybody, a lot of people probably know her. I know most everybody knows her. And she used to be in an awesome band called Agent 86. Rest in peace, Mike. The Mike passed away a couple of years ago, so that was her husband, and they had a band together, and they have a daughter together who's London, and so yeah, Jill's DJ at the station now, and she's on every Sunday at 9 a.m. And then on Wednesdays we have another new DJ, and it's DJ Kate, and you can catch Kate's Wild Ride at 12 p.m. And then on Thursdays, obviously I said me. On Fridays we got Chrome and Metal with DJ Silver, and he plays obviously metal, awesome metal music, and that's on Fridays at 3. All the times are Pacific times. And then Saturdays me, and yeah, we have DJ Bob and DJ Robin Graves, who are out on a little hiatus right now, but we're still in contact. They're still in the group chat, the station chat with us, and so they will be back one day. So whenever they're ready, I'm here.
And there's another.
And I could have. Go ahead.
I said that's another awesome thing about your radio station or radio shows is that you can actually interact with the DJ while you're listening to the music. I mean, I love the chat rooms. The chat rooms are fantastic.
A lot of people don't really go to my chat, which is fine by me as long as they're listening to the band. I'm there to bring you new awesome music. And if you don't want to come with me,
I always enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. There weren't many.
I wish more people did, but what can I do? You can't force people.
No, but it used to be fun. Nice banter and things that used to go on behind.
I like it. We get enough chatters, I guess.
Yes. But
a lot of people listen though from the apps, and you can't chat from the apps.
Okay.
That's a main thing too.
Yes. So you haven't just interviewed. I mean, like when we were talking just now, you interview a lot of the underdogs, and you help support a lot of the underdogs, but you also have had some very famous people and
I have
popular people.
I've interviewed like Richie Ramone and CJ Ramone, and why can't I think of anybody right now? And Louis from Suicidal, who has a new band now called Louicidal. I've interviewed him. I do too. He's an awesome guy, huh? I've interviewed him. I just can't think right now, but yeah. And then on Punk Globe, I've interviewed Jock from GBH, and Steve from UK Subs, and Dave Klein, who used to be in Agent Orange. And I've interviewed Adam, the drummer of the Dickies. I've interviewed him on the station. I love the Dickies.
They're also good. Yes.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I mean, it really seems to have grown quite considerably since 2000. When I found out about you guys, it was 2011. That's when we became friends.
That's when I first opened.
It's amazing.
You were one of the very first bands to be played at Whatever 68 Radio.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, it's crazy. Time goes so fast.
I mean, it's been so long. I mean, what, 9? So that's 9, makes it 9 years that we've known each other.
Yep.
And I've always been, I know I'm not always there saying how's it, but I've always supported you guys and what you've done and everything, and the significant part or role that you guys play in the punk scene on a global scale. It's just,
Yes.
you know,
We are worldwide. We love bands from all over the world.
Yeah, and people can hear you from all over the place, which is also great. It's not just local and things like that. So yeah, I'm very excited. But you also got sons that played in a band called I keep forgetting.
My oldest son.
Yes.
My oldest son played in a band, and he's no longer in the band right now.
Yes.
I don't know what the future holds for that, but I'd rather him just focus on bringing me some grandchildren. I mean, my other son doesn't have a girlfriend or anything right now that I know of, but you know, both my kids, I'm really disappointed that I don't have any grandchildren since I started at 16, but
Yes.
you know, what can I do? My kids are really good, knock on wood, they've never been in any trouble, and they're just really good boys, so, you know, now good men, sorry, but, so yeah, I want grandchildren. I'd rather him focus on grandchildren than a band. Which he's not. I don't want to say that he is, but that's just my hope, okay? I want grandchildren.
Hey, what does your husband do?
My husband is a longshoreman.
Okay.
So he you know what a longshoreman is, right? He does ship cargo and military and cars, and he works on the docks here in San Diego. And when there's no COVID and it's allowed, he travels like to Port Hueneme, to the Long Beach port, to the LA port. So
Okay.
yeah, he has a pretty demanding job when there's no COVID.
Sure. But you keep yourself busy then with the radio show and obviously with Punk Globe.
And the label and my house is huge, so it's a lot of work, and we're always doing stuff to the house. You know, we just bought our house in 2017. It's the gift that keeps on giving, and so we've already made, you know, a bunch of equity on it, which is awesome. So yeah, we have an above ground pool, so we put in concrete for that, and then on the opposite side we put some of that fake grass, that tough turf.
Yes.
And I think, yeah, I love that stuff because we don't have to water it, and my water bill's already big enough because we have a on our third level yard, because our yard is 3 levels, so we have like the main level where we have our pavilion, and then we have a full level, and then there's another 3rd level, and that's where we have our garden. So we have avocado, peaches, apples, nectarines, lemons, oranges, limes. So those take a lot of water. So I put in the fake grass to, you know, not have to pay the water company a bunch of more money.
we all try not pay our government more money.
Right?
I don't want to pay my municipality more than I need to pay them. So yeah.
Right. So yeah, we just try to work on our house. I spent a lot of time working on my house. I spent a lot of time, obviously, writing interviews, doing compilations, like that. You know, I just, when we can, we like to go out to dinner. You know, we like to do all kinds of things, festivals, swap meets, you know, but we go to shows. We usually go to shows about, I'm going to say, at least every other weekend on a normal time.
Okay.
But that's obviously not happening right now.
And you were talking swap meets.
Yes.
What kind of swap meets do you like going to?
Well, for one, we love Punk Rock Swap Meet, who my good friend Bob Odie puts on, and I can't remember where it's at, but it's about 2 hours from us, so we like to go to that. We'll go up there. Awesome bands play. That was the last show we actually went to, was Punk Rock Swap Meet, when I saw the Dickies, and my Fat Mike was there from NoFX, and Greg Heston was there, and it was a pretty awesome show. We had a really, really good time. So we love going to Punk Rock Swap Meet, and then we have a couple of local swap meets here in town. Yes. We have the Spring Valley Swap Meet, which they have like all kinds of really good Mexican food around there, like these chips piled with cheese and meat and sauce. Oh, they're so good. And then we have Kobe Swap Meet, which is a lot bigger than the Spring Valley swap meet. And it's people come and sell used stuff. There's antiques. There's also new stuff. And so yeah, we like to walk around there and look for antiques and old, stuff for the house, like yard stuff.
So you like collecting things, or not?
I love antiques. I love collecting antiques. I love band merch. I have so much band merch. I can't even fit it in my office. I have to put it in bins and other areas. Thank goodness I have a lot of storage in this house. Otherwise, I'd be in big trouble. So yeah, I love, even if the band shirt, I grew out of it. Even if I save them still, because one day I'm gonna do this. Even if it's when I get old, one day I'm gonna make a blanket with all the band's logos on it. So that's a goal.
Awesome.
So I keep all the band shirts because I am gonna do that one day. I don't know when, but one day.
That's gonna be one hell of a blanket.
Right? I'll probably have to make like 3. So yeah, band merch. I love collecting band merch. Music. I love collecting music. So send me your music. I love collecting music for the radio station, and I just, yeah. I like doing a lot of different stuff. Going to the beach, going to the bay. We like sometimes just go walk on the boardwalk. And right now, I really don't like so much going out because of COVID and people don't wear their masks and people don't like the social distance. And so I just take it a little step back until things, whatever. I mean, who knows? We don't even know when it's safe. I mean, we have no information, and it's just really hard. So, I mean, it's not. I'd rather stay healthy. I'd rather be alive than take that chance.
And what is the situation over there at the moment with COVID-19 with you guys in your city?
Well, in my city, we have a lot of businesses that are closed down. Some restaurants are open with outside dining only. Takeout, of course, is always available. Some of the bars were serving like chicken wings and hot dogs and stuff like that so that they could stay open. But I guess now the governor wants to control that and control what we eat with our wine and beer. I don't drink. I haven't drank for almost 8 years, 7 years, whatever. I lost count. But yeah, so he wants to say like if the bars are going to serve food, they can't just serve a hot dog or they can't just serve wings out. It has to be a full-blown meal, which is really screwed. That's really screwed because a lot of places are going to end up closing down because of that, And obviously we are supposed to be wearing our masks. I always wear my mask when I go out in public. I may tear it off right when I walk out the door and there's nobody around me because it's bugging the hell out of me, but I wear it the whole time I'm in the store. And probably most of the time I look around. If there's nobody around me when I'm walking to my car, I'll take it off that. Otherwise, I take it off when I get to my car. And I'm always just safe. I clean my hands, after I shop with the sanitizer and a hand wipe, and just, I don't want to actually touch my face, and I just want to be safe. Like I said, I'm just trying to stay alive. It's all.
So
it's not.
Keep giving us awesome music.
Right. It's not a political thing to me. It's nothing about politics to me. It's about staying alive to me.
Yes, I mean, and you want to see those grandkids, so.
Exactly.
I mean,
Exactly.
so you gotta stay. I think gotta keep waiting.
Because who knows when that's gonna be?
So another question I want to ask you. Being somebody who's doing so many things in so many different ways. I mean, obviously you got Fun Globe, you got your business person and all of that. What is one of the key things that you would tell somebody getting into an industry like this that you are involved in?
I would say don't expect to make any money. I would say expect to put out a ton of money, so make sure you always have some sort of reserve. Like, I always have some sort of money put away in case something happens to the station and I need to buy something to fix it.
Yes.
Make sure you always have a little money stash, at least $500 put away. You have to have, to run an internet radio station, you have to have at least $500 put away. Because what if something happens? What if there's an emergency like COVID and you can't pay your bills? You have to pay that fee for 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 the internet, for the site that you're using. You have to pay those fees or they'll shut your ass down. So make sure you have at least double the cost of your site. And that way you can pay for extras you might need, because things are changing all the time. Like right now with us, we use Flash on the website, and as everybody knows, in December, Flash is going away. So I need to change everything over at the station to non-Flash, and to get a good player that is a non-Flash player which could reach worldwide, I'm gonna have to pay for it, which I need money for that, right? So I have my little reserve so I can pull out and pay for that. So yeah, make sure you have money, because you can't do it. It's really hard to do without, unless you want to go, which I don't do and I would never ever do. Ask for donations, do a GoFundMe. I would never do something like that because it's my responsibility. I brought this here. I did it. It's my responsibility to keep up with it. Nobody else's. Make sure you're tough, and make sure you can handle a bunch of bullshit, because when you first start, you're going to get a lot of haters, you're going to get a lot of negativity, you're going to get a lot of people telling you you'll never make it. Fuck you, people who said that to me. Here I am 7 years later. You know what I mean?
And I remember some of the battles that you went through.
Yes, so you gotta be tough, you gotta be able to handle it. I would recommend, when you're doing your business, not to be drunk all the time and not to be drinking, because that'll get you nowhere. It will not help you. You got to be have a clean, sober mind to deal with things that might be thrown at you. Be ready to market and promote yourself, and be careful who you make friends with, because let me just say, don't trust everybody. Be careful who you trust, and just be positive with everything in life. Be positive, because if you don't got a positive attitude, your business is going to be right where your attitude is, down the hole. So
that's brilliantly said. And what are the favorite things about running a station for you?
What was the what? I'm sorry.
What is one of the most favorite things for you for running a radio station?
Meeting people like you, Don. That's the most favorite thing.
You make me blush.
You know, there be people like you, people like my other best friend in the UK, Woodstock, and Bar to Construct. Hell yeah! Meeting the people, getting to hear new music, getting to be involved in new music coming out, because like I said earlier, I don't know if, I think it was on the old recording, but a lot of bands will send me music and before it's released and ask for my input. Yes. So I love it when bands do that. That's fucking awesome. It touches my heart deeply.
So a bit of so you do a bit of consulting then. You can add it to your roster.
What was that?
I said you can add consultants as well.
Yeah. You know, I love meeting people, so that's a big part of this, is I meet new people every day, and I like that.
So obviously you're a people person then, by nature.
I am, yes. Always, my whole life. You know, I was a kid in the neighborhood who would put on plays and concerts in the backyard, and shout out to my sister, Jenny Dabbs, that me and her put on some good shows in our backyard when we were little. So yeah, you know, we were those girls, you know.
Yeah. And when you put away the radio station at the end of the day, or I don't know how it works with you, but what do you do after that? What hobbies do you have, and other hobbies besides the radio station?
Well, I never put the radio station away. That's another thing. If you're going to start something like this, you better be ready to be available 24/7. If you're going to do a worldwide thing, you have to be able to be available at least, 15 hours out of the day, because, I mean, anything can happen. You got to be, I have Nomad, of course, and so he helps me a lot to watch the station, but the station's always on my mind, and the station's always on here in the house. It's always playing, and You know, if I want to, so, once in a while, I'll go in the living room and dig out my records. I like to listen to all my old records. I got a lot of cool old stuff. I have some like old Beatles and Van Halen,
Cool.
Aerosmith, Motorhead, Motley Crue, The Clash, Ramones. You know, I have a lot of vinyl from anything. You know, from alternative to hip hop to punk. So I have like a huge, like maybe 700 record albums, maybe more. I never counted them. So
Yeah.
yeah, but if I'm not listening to the station, sometimes, you know, I like to watch like vintage TV, like all the old shows like Emergency and Adam 12, and I love like watching mystery stuff, and I love watching like Batman and Joker and Harley Quinn, stuff like that. I like reading comics. I'm kind of a nerd in a way, you know, I like to do a lot of nerdy things.
I think you'd be a cool grandma.
I think so too.
I think your poor son, if he's gonna watch this, he's gonna get very he needs to bring
I know. He's gonna be, oh God, both of them. I have two sons, and my other son, Destin, he's here in San Diego also. He works at a casino. So we just had a big scare with him because somebody at his work had COVID. So he had to be quarantined for 2 weeks, and so that was pretty scary until he got his test results, and Mom was relieved. But
Sure.
but yeah, so he's 33, and my other son Brandon's 36, and no grandchildren.
But you never know. They're still young. They're still chickens.
Someday maybe.
Yeah, but they're still spring chickens. So,
Yeah. That's true.
which is cool. So,
I don't know. Once they passed 30, I felt it should have already been done. No.
Well, my wife and myself, I mean, we got married late as well. I'm 45.
Okay.
So I've got a 9-year-old and a 13-year-old.
Oh wow, you guys did start late, huh?
Yeah, so we started late too. We're not
So there's still hope.
There's still hope. You can put it in there more. Yeah. Well, listen, Lisa, it's so nice to be able to have this conversation with you. It'd be nice to put some time aside and get to talk to you. What other bands? What music do you really recommend to people, to the new bands that are out there maybe we haven't heard of yet, to go and look at?
Well, I recommend that you check out any band that you don't know, because you never know if you're gonna like them or not.
Yeah.
But personally, off my list, I would recommend Television City out of Florida. I would recommend Born to Destruct out of the UK. My favorite band, there's a little thing, Born to Destruct. I recommend, who else do I recommend? Of course, the Dickies. Gosh, there's so many bands, I can't even remember them all. I mean, we deal with like hundreds of bands. Richie Ramone, of course, CJ Ramone, UK Subs. Who else? I mean, like I said, if you see your friend post a band that you've never seen or heard of before, click listen, because you never know. Like, I did an interview last night with Jay Andrew, and after the interview was over, Jay Andrew was hanging out listening to whatever 68 radio, and he heard a band called Donkey Island Penitentiary, who are awesome. So yeah, I recommend them too, and he really liked them, and he would have, got in touch with them and told them they rocked and stuff like that. Oh, Chesty Malone, who I also just recently interviewed, they're pretty awesome. Of course, I recommend my good friends, the Spice Pistols. Systematic Abuse from out here in San Diego are fucking awesome. Revolt Chick. I'm trying to think by states. Explosion Theory, Sewage. Gosh, I could go on all day and night. Just, here's a good idea. Just go to WHATEVER68.com and check out the bands that we're playing. And there you go.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Check out.
No, definitely. I think I mean, I found many bands on there that I never heard of in my life, and still now.
Right.
I mean, I remember, who was it? I'm actually good friends with him now, Andrew Cognac.
Oh yeah. I just talked to him on Facebook. Him and Ruthie,
Yeah.
they're finally together. Yay!
Yeah. I've been rooting for them for a while now. So,
I know, me too.
I'm actually planning to have them on my show at some point, both of them.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, so we have spoken, we're trying to organise something, because their relationship is quite something special, so I thought it would be...
Right.
Okay. So that's like I said, I met Andrew because of your radio show, and we've become very good friends over the years, so yeah, it's actually amazing, just like how small the world can become through things like that. I mean, it's
crazy, huh?
I mean, we're on the other side of the world and things like that, yet, you know, we're communicating with one another, we're meeting new people, and almost becoming best friends, you know, with the whole people. So it's amazing.
That's how me and Woodstock from Born to Distract, Andy Woodstock, that's us. You know, we become such very good friends. You know, I would do anything I can for him.
Yeah.
And he's all the way in the UK. I can't do much from here, but I can love him and support him and be his friend and be there for him.
Yes, that's amazing. And the Punkrprincess, where's that come about?
Well, one time, my husband and I were just like chilling out, and he just said, "What do you think you are, some punker princess or something?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, that's perfect for my DJ name!" And there we go. That simple. It's a little name my husband called me.
Now, I mean, obviously, like again, just thanks again for being on the show, but actually winding it down, just something, what advice would you give people in the music scene when looking forward now? I mean, we've got this whole COVID-19 thing happening. What advice would you give to the people that are in the music scene at the moment, who have got bands, and it's pretty much uncertain ground, really, effectively going forward. No one really knows. All of us have limited knowledge of what's happening. What sort of advice would you probably give to somebody now who's starting a band now or wanting to get their band out there at the moment?
I would not recommend to start a band right now, and just until things are a little more better, because I don't know. Because you don't know, if you start a band, you're going to have to interview people, right? You're going to have to, rehearse with them. You don't know who these people are, where they've been. You don't really want to be, interact with a bunch of different people you don't know in your space. Yeah. So I would just recommend maybe trying to write some music instead during this time. Just write, and maybe listen and support other bands. And then when things get better, then proceed further, because I just don't think it would be a good idea to be, interviewing a bunch of people right now.
And what do you think when it comes to, I mean, obviously now I'm in that situation myself where we have these bands, but how do we get our music out there when we're in this situation?
You send your music to any DJ that you know and any DJ your friends know, any radio stations you can. Like, you can send your music to me. You can send your music to my friend Kat on Facebook, Toxic Cat Productions. I think her Gmail is toxiccatproductions@gmail.com, but I don't know that for sure. So just Kat Monroe, just go look her up on Facebook, or go to her DJ page, her radio shows, and I think it's Into the Music, and or just go to the Toxic Cat Productions page, and then send Kat your music. When you send me your music, it goes to all my DJs, all 8 of them, 9 of them. I don't even know how many DJs I have now. I lost count, but it goes to all the DJs, the music that you send in here. Real Rock Radio is another good station. We have a couple DJs here at WHATEVER68 Radio, and they, DJ Cat, DJ Silver, and that's another DJ I forgot, Brandon Morningstar. He's on like really early, 6 in the morning, Pacific time, and he's on Monday through Friday. So, you know, those 3 DJs, they stream not just at Whatever 68 radio, they stream at several other radio stations.
Okay.
So you send your music to me, I send it to them, they play it. All those people from all those other radio stations are also going to hear your music.
Ah, awesome. Awesome.
So yeah, I recommend just get, you know, if you share, just use your marketing skills and just promote. Don't let people forget about you. Just keep promoting your music and don't let, so that way people don't forget about you. If you can go on live and on Facebook Live and, you know, talk to people as a band, if you want to play a song or whatever, just to show your faces. You know, you don't want people to lose touch with you. You don't want them, you know, people forget easy nowadays, and especially now with COVID and everything. You just, like I said, market. Go live on Facebook, go live on Twitter, go live on YouTube, wherever you can. Just show your face. Just keep showing your face and voicing your music out there.
And another question I was just thinking as you were talking now is like, what, you know, when you're starting these bands and stuff, and I mean, you've been through the process just with your radio station where you've got naysayers and haters. That as you're starting up, what have been some of the things? What have been some of the decisions or things that you've done to sort of overcome those kind of people or those kind of obstacles?
You know that just recently somebody who caused me a lot of damage in the past sent me a letter of apology, and I just ignored it. But you know, that's what you should do. Just ignore. Don't be the trolls. The trolls are starving for your attention, and don't give it to them. Just keep that in your mind. Don't be the trolls, and they'll eventually just go away.
Okay.
Oh. I had the fan on, and now I'm getting a little tickle in my throat. Sorry, guys.
Is it hot outside?
What's that?
Is it hot outside?
It's pretty hot here, about maybe 75.
Okay, yeah, we're going through our winter season at the moment down in South Africa.
Oh yes, that's right.
So yeah, so
that's why you're in a flannel.
Yeah.
And I'm in a tank top.
But I'm remaining flannels all the time.
Are you?
I probably could pass as like one of those guys in the Venice Beach.
Oh yeah. You're like suicidal. They're always wearing flannels.
Yeah, definitely. Well, listen, Lisa, it's been nice chatting to you and catching up.
You too. Thank you.
And I would like to catch up further, like some other time again, just to chat and things like that, and continue our relationship. Which is great.
Okay.
So,